Hello everyone. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, and or good night, wherever you're tuning in. Thank you so much for joining me here on Abstract Medicine. Today we're going to be looking at collective reading requested by Abstract Medicine community, and it is how is the eclipse, or how are the eclipses affecting us or affecting you? So this is a collective reading, as you know. For those of you who are new to the channel, I'm an artist, a healer, mystic, as well as a podcaster. My podcast is called Hype A, that's Hypea, Hype A, and I host and interview amazing guests in the arts where we talk about all things art and fashion and music and styling and film. Wherever their expertise lie, that is what we talk about, and we hopefully are here to inspire others to get into the arts. If you want to know more about my work as an artist, you can go to my website, which is linked down below. My name is Cristallina. I have been an artist professionally since 2006, and I'm based between England and Los Angeles. So let's get on with the reading. We're going to be starting with the Crow Tarot. Okay. Let's have a look just for the general energies about the eclipses and how they are affecting us. I just want to let you know that this tarot deck has been at this tarot table for the last 2-3 weeks, and I used it once this week for a client. Okay, if you'd like to book a reading as well, all the information is down below. If it is your birthday and you are an Aries, you get 50% off. For those ongoing clients, you receive 20% off. Or whatever you can afford at this time. I know that times are tough. Whatever you can afford as well. All right, so let's start. Thank you for listening to the announcements. I also do I do appreciate, not expect, but I do appreciate your tips and your coffee as well. I'm not having coffee today. I've had 2. I'm having a raspberry tea. All right, so get comfortable, take notes if you want to as well. It might be a good idea. So we've got the 9 of Pentacles and the 7 of Pentacles, okay? Now there's a little bit of a glare because the sun is shining really brightly here. But hopefully you can see this. So these 2 cards came out reversed. I don't usually read reverse cards, as you know, but I will say that whatever worries that you have about your finances are unfounded, and whatever you're waiting for, there may be a delay financially speaking. You know, at this time it's also Mercury retrograde, isn't it? So it's going to go direct. Mercury is a planet that appears to go backwards when we look at it, let's say, but it's an illusion. However, even though it is an illusion, it does have an effect on technology and computers and phone calls, transportations, accidents as well. If you're accident prone, then maybe you have to take a little bit more time walking, moving around the house. You know, make sure you don't knock things over and hit your foot or stub your toe. It's one of those things. But accidents tend to happen a lot as well with vehicles, so please take care of your vehicle as well. But I do see that, you know, with Mercury retrograde, just there are delays. I've been hearing reports after reports after reports. See what's going on around you as well. Have you been listening to delays in transportations, air flight, all of those things? I think that there is also something, as I said before, there's a delay financially speaking with regards to your finances that is going to be coming back to you. You're going to get paid soon. There's just a bit of a delay, and that's because of Mercury retrograde. So that's how it's affecting us, the collective, right now. I also do see here financial independence here. Beautiful card with this lovely wolf, or even a Siberian husky. With a crow here and a butterfly. So there's also the butterfly effect, you know, little incremental changes and incremental effects can make a grand effect on the whole. So whatever you've been doing that has been an incremental effect or an incremental shift or change, maybe through meeting people over the years. I'm seeing some of you have been meeting people, and then that person introduces you to another person, and that person introduces you to another person. It's called networking, isn't it? But it's also about nurturing who you have around you, and something that people are saying are having an effect on you in a positive way. And I feel like, you know, basically what I'm picking up on with this card is to acknowledge the arrival, but also the journey that it got got for you to get to the destination that you are here right now with me listening to this beautiful reading channeled by spirit. I'm a clairvoyant, clairaudient, clairsentient and claircognizant person, so all of the messages come to me in different ways. I do not necessarily need to use the cards. I use the cards for your sake, for yourself, so that you can essentially see what I'm looking at with my third eye, and however I'm receiving the messages. For those of you who are ongoing clients, you know the power that I, let's say, possess through the power from spirit. My channel is very, very, very clear. So what I'm saying is that there's something here where you have met people along the way, and there's a time right now. Spirit is saying this time during the eclipses, solar and lunar eclipse, and during this Mercury retrograde, it's a time to really be grateful for everything that you've experienced, to be in the position that you are now in as a stronger individual, a self-fulfilled individual. For some of you, self-actualized, or even some of you are self-actualizing. So you're coming into an awakening within yourself and source, where you're understanding that nothing just happens for its own sake. Things happen for a reason. And I also see, you know, I've just noticed something. So just in front of my window, there used to be a tree right here, and I'm noticing, I was like wondering, why is it so bright over here on this side? And it's because I've just noticed that they've cut the tree down. They've cut the tree down, and the birds are still there. The birds are still coming in and out. And I'm seeing that the birds are now hiding underneath the piping, the gutter, like the piping of the house, of the roof. So like their home is there. So whatever the circumstances, some of you have moved home, some of you have relocated, some of you have ended a relationship, some of you have had to move from one circumstance that was maybe comfortable into a new energy of comfort. Some of you have moved away from a feeling or a space or a physical place of comfort, but it was actually discomforting for you, and it wasn't nurturing who you are from the inside out. You weren't growing as an individual, and therefore it was a false discomfort. So sometimes you have to move out of situations that feel a little bit uncomfortable. Sometimes it's about taking a bit of a risk. I wouldn't be surprised if the Fool card came through as well, and starting something new. But you know, it's the old adage of your heart, wherever your heart is, that is where your treasure is. Wherever your heart is, whatever you love, that is where your answer is. So say, for example, you love writing and you love reading, and you're unsure about your life purpose. Have you considered actually being a writer? Have you considered publishing books? Have you considered dreaming of a life as a writer, for example? Because that is the answer. That is where your treasure lies. Now, I also guide you on your life path too. That is one of my expertise, is life guidance, as a spiritual teacher, as a coach as well. I also, of course, conduct art therapy classes as well. And I have a partnership with a business partner of mine, and the company is called Alchemistica, and art lessons, art therapy classes start at £33 per person per hour. Okay, so let me know if you're interested in that. We have the Two of Swords here. Yeah, some of you have made a decision about something that you were undecided about. So some of you have been moving. Some of you may have even invested in something, a relationship. This is something of the tangible world, something material, something physical. But I'm sort of seeing this as an Eight of Cups. So some of you have moved away from a situation that you'd financially invested in, but your heart wasn't there, so you moved on. Some of you are coming into that conclusion at this time of this reading. Yeah, we have the Justice card. I'm seeing a separation as well as divorce, and the Queen of Swords as well. So some of you have left a relationship or are about to really relieve yourself of a relationship or a situation that just wasn't profitable, I'm hearing. So some of you, this could be a business. Some of you, this could be a romantic situation, a romantic relationship. Some of you, this is also a job as well, where you're maybe waiting for compensation or legal papers being sent to you, so that I'm hearing you will win the case. So the efforts in the legal system essentially are going to be in your favor. So you'll be the one who will be on top with any assets that you are owed. I just heard any income that is owed to you, you'll be getting that. You're getting paid. It's just there's a delay right now. There's a bit of a blip. Now, in the middle of this card, in the middle of this reading, we have the Two of Swords. Yeah, so the Two of Swords is, I'm not sure whether I should move on and move forward. I'm not sure about this decision. I need to gain clarity. Maybe there's a bit too many emotions that are coming up during these eclipses, you know, between one end point of one eclipse into another end point, which is the end of April. I believe the next eclipse is at the end of April. But either way, Mercury retrograde will go direct. Mercury will go direct on the 25th of April. Every Mercury retrograde season, it's always the week before it goes retrograde and the week after it goes direct. There's a shadow. Okay, so we're thinking the first week of May, things are going to be clearer. Your mind is going to be clearer, particularly for those of you who've been confused about making a very important decision here with the Justice card. Is a very important change in your life. I do see a new direction here with the Queen of Swords. It's almost like the left wing is pointing forwards. So it's about you focusing and really paying attention to your intuition in your feminine side. The left side of the body in Hermetica is the divine feminine, is the feminine energy of receptivity. So you're focusing and you're really paying attention to your spirit guides, your dreams, your intuition. And I do see that I'm also hearing some of you are going west. Okay, I'm hearing the song Go West by Pet Shop Boys. So Pet Shop Boys might be significant. I haven't listened to that song in particular in a long time. So again, clairaudiently, this is what I'm hearing. Messages come to me in these ways. So Spirit is saying that some of you are moving west or in a westerly direction. The west winds are feminine energies, okay? Because we have 4 directions, 4 elements, and you are the 5th element and the 5th direction. So that is alchemy as well. For those of you who understand what I'm talking about, you will be able to read between the lines, okay? Right. Let's get some clarification as well over this 7 and 9 of Pentacles, please. It's financial independence. I mean, if you add the 2 Pentacle cards here, we've got 9 and 7, which is 16. You know, 16 is the Tower. So 16 as the Tower is a big shift. So it's, again, you know, I spoke about the tree and uprooting, relocating, moving, some of you moving west. It's when there is sometimes a positive tower change, a positive move that is necessary. Sometimes it happens guided through spirits, where we're not necessarily paying attention to the signs, you know, because the Tower card comes after many warnings, at least 3 warnings. They always come in 3s, right? So I do see a transformation in your finances after you uproot and move and relocate. For a lot of you, you're changing something or changing. I'm hearing also ancestral trauma. You're clearing and cleansing ancestral trauma, I'm seeing here. Yeah, look, we have the 4 of Pentacles and the Emperor. Some of you are clearing and cleansing trauma from your feminine line, your maternal line. Some of you have issues with your mother. Some of you are going to become mothers. Lots of messages here, as I said. Always take notes in my readings, because there's lots of things that come up. This is a collective general reading, so not all of you will, you know, fully let's say resonate, fully vibrate fully with these cards, or the messages, but there's going to be something here for you, at least one message here for you, collective. And I do see, you know, you see this Empress, this Empress is flying through the winds. You know, she's put her foot down in something, and she's got her guard up. Whatever she has her guard up, it's something related to the past, or something that is going to come to pass. She wanted balance. She wasn't getting it. She wanted reciprocation. She wasn't getting it. There could also be some codependency energies here. Now, the wolf or dog is a very loyal animal. The crow moves between worlds. lives between the liminal world and the world of dreams. I'm hearing the liminal world and the physical material world. That's why they make fantastic messengers between the dimensions. I do see great wealth here. I also see legacy, including children as well, for those of you who are able to or wanting children. Now, the Empress is guided by her heart. Now, remember how I said, wherever your heart is, that is where your treasure lies. She's guided by what she loves. She's guided by her heart. And the Empress is fruitful. She's very fruitful. Wherever she is, I'm hearing wherever she is, there is growth. It's kind of the Midas touch, but it's almost like wherever she's sitting, wherever she's moving, wherever she's living, wherever she's walking around and wherever she's strolling, wherever she's driving, wherever she's flying, she has this energy of sprinkling dust, like fairy dust, like a fairy godmother, fairy dust. And it's magical. She may even have a lovely perfume, a lovely scent to her presence too. So it's about protecting your magic, collective, for those of you who are women in particular, or I would say women in particular, but for those of you who have a feminine energy and you're gay, for example, and you're a man, but you're gay, or LGBTQ plus community and you have a feminine energy about you, you know, you're a femme, then this would pertain to you as well. But we also have a wand here. We have a wand here of magic, of inspiration. So she's inspiring others. She's inspiring through her presence to do the same. She's inspiring others to shine. Because when you shine, those rays of sunlight birth new beginnings, I'm hearing. Birth new flowers to grow. So I'm seeing wherever you're moving to, particularly for those of you who are femmes, feminines, you have this resplendent energy. You have this sweet, balmy, soft, but strong demeanor. And you inspire others. You illuminate the way for so many people. And some of you are being reminded of that, reminded of your magic. Some of you may have been forgetting that. And that's why you have been entertaining some codependency. But I'm seeing for most of you, you've kind of healed codependency. You've healed that habit. That's why you're in this Empress energy. This is the ultimate woman. This is the ultimate feminine. This is a dream for many divine masculines, which would be the Emperor. Now we have the Four of Pentacles here. I'm focusing on who I want to be. I'm focusing on my self-worth. This is what you're saying, collective. Some of you are moving away from the city as well. Moving to the forest, possibly. Some of you have been an empress. Some of you have been a queen in your own land, but you will be an empress in a foreign land. So what that means is that whatever role you have been in and you are very respected and lauded over, let's say, in your comfort zone, wherever you are taking this big, bold leap of faith and flying and traveling and relocating to this new place, you're going to be esteemed even more highly than the place where you were born, where you resided previously. And that is due to your own self-work, understanding your magic, understanding that you deserved much better and more. And that's what happens. That's where your power lies. Queen of Cups. Beautiful intuitive messages are coming in for you as well, collective. We have the Eight of Wands. Okay, so for those of you who've been wanting to travel as well, there's a bit of a delay right now during these eclipse chapters, I'm hearing, but you will be moving forwards quickly. But there's something that Spirit is wanting you to address just for the final time, which is to continue to value yourself, to continue to value, you know, your values are really important. Your values, your ethics, your demeanor, your energy is very sacred. And so that's something that Spirit wants you to just check back in on again. And once that is recognized, then things will move forward. Again, there's also this blip a little bit with financial disagreement, I'm hearing. But things are going to be moving quickly in your favor. Things are going to be moving very, very fast. This is kind of a moment of, let's say, a self-care checkup from Spirit. Yes. So we have we're talking about self-care, and we have massive healing here. We have the Star, but we also have this energy of, okay, now I'm ready to really shine and show my presence to the world. Some of you have this star power. You have that it factor, that X factor. So again, there's this star energy about you. You're meant to be well known. You're meant to be celebrated as a celebrity for a lot of you. But in order to experience that, you must move away from things that you've invested time and energy in. Some of you have been left drained from a situation, energetically, physically, materialistically speaking. And you recognize your self-worth and your true value. There's a bit of a discomfort with making that decision, because there's a...
Hi everyone, Cristallina editing here. Just thought I'd do a little announcement. So for those of you who are really struggling right now financially, but really want a booking from me, private sessions are currently up as a pay what you can. So if you really can't afford to pay full price, then you can pay what you can. Just send me an email down below. Hope this is good. Let's get back into the reading.
There's a sense of, I don't know where I'm going, but I know I need to do something, but I need a bit of time to just sit in quiet. I don't need no one else's advice right now. I need to just get clarity from Spirit. Maybe I need to meditate. Maybe I need to just, take 2 or 3 days out. Maybe I need to do a digital detox so I can get clear mentally. Maybe get some therapy, mental health therapy or something like that. And then I'm ready to go. And then I realize, actually, the biggest change is understanding that I deserve equal rights. For some of you, it's equal rights. I deserve equal pay, as a woman in industry, particularly in the arts. I also think that that my intellectual property has value for some of you. And if I'm not receiving that reciprocated energy in kind, then I must move and take a big move elsewhere, because I need to continue doing what I love, and I love myself first and foremost, number one. Not in a vain way, but I love myself first and foremost. And I will continue to nurture my cup. I will continue to be in the energy of unconditional love, but I cannot give from an empty cup. I must be around community that understands and respects that. I must be around people that can deliver that. But if I do not know that or about myself first, then I must go and retreat from the world and do some self-reflection, answer the big questions. Maybe those answers will not be given to me by Spirit in the physical world. Maybe I need to dream. Maybe I need to take some time away from the world and do a retreat. Maybe it's about crying in a bathtub. Maybe it's about going to the sea, going to the lake and just sitting there and being in quiet and solitude with nature. And at that point, will I receive all of the messages from Spirit, all of the things that I have been ignoring because my pineal gland, my third eye, has been blocked because of other distractions and people and even entities who've been trying to spiritually sabotage me from seeing the truth here. And once I see the truth, then I will be able to act. But this truth comes from this connection, first of all, with self and source and the one. And with the Star card, I see that there is, for a lot of you, collective, great healing. There's also a wish come true that comes through for a lot of you. Amazing. Now we have the 5 of Cups and the 8 of Cups. So a lot of you, have been left disappointed, and you are a bit disappointed emotionally. But, as someone who is testament of true love, for it being real, I'm here as a divine feminine, guiding a lot of you into true divine matches, into true twin flame connections. So I want to say to you, do not give your energy to people who do not deserve it. Do not cast your pearls amongst pigs, because your pearls of wisdom, but also your womb, is a sacred space. Your physical temple is a sacred place, and people do not deserve that. There are energy vampires afoot, and those energy vampires are disguised as beautiful, handsome individuals, masculine or feminine energies. But some of these people have genuinely been sabotaged by low vibrational demonic energies. They do not realize that. So what I'm seeing here is that do not lose hope. Do not succumb to fear, because fear is a trap. Fear is one of those entities that want to try and make you believe that everything is impossible. But I'm here to tell you, collective, Cristallina, that nothing is impossible. I am testament to many, 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 many miraculous events. And as someone who is your spiritual teacher, I too have experienced those very things that you've experienced. I have been to the darkest depths. I have been to the darkest ends of pain and despair. I know what that feels like, genuinely, to feel like you want to end your life. I get it. But it is a trap. You must make sure to take control of your mind. Okay? True love is here for a lot of you, but it starts from you. It starts with doing the self-care. Now, if you need guidance with that, you can book a reading with me directly, okay? And if you really genuinely cannot afford to book a reading with me, you can send me a message, an email. I'm currently detoxing from Instagram at this time, but you can send me an email, okay, which is cfischetti@protonmail.com. That's cfischetti@protonmail.com, or just go to the message box in contact on my website and just say, look, I'd like to get a reading from you, but please do not be offended, because this is all I can afford right now, and I will accept your reading. I will accept whatever you are able to pay right now as an energy exchange, because I know that times are tough, and I know that a lot of you, because just from the energy that I'm picking up on here, I feel like a lot of you are really finding it hard. But what I'm seeing here, it's the darkest before the dawn. A lot of you are so close to, let's say, meeting the one, but in order to do that, you've really got to just take a step back and really kind of look within and see what your worth is. And that takes some time, though time is an illusion, some time to really reflect and say, well, I love me. And your person who is destined to be on your path may also be doing the same work as well, looking at themselves internally, emotionally, spiritually speaking. We have judgment. You know, for a lot of you, there's a reawakening that's taking place, and I did mention that. We do have Pluto here too. Now, this is also Archangel Michael's energy, Michael. Archangel Michael is a messenger. Okay, so he is a guide for many of you. He's my guide too. Things come in threes, as I mentioned before. The Tower comes after the three, you know, heeded messages beforehand that were red flags that maybe you wanted to ignore. And we have three here, three totems here. So Michael is also the slayer of dragons, and is also the one that will protect you from evil and temptation. Okay, if you ask for his help and support, you can he'll be sure to help you. Now, we do have a reevaluation taking place as well during these eclipses. Some of you are going to be reconciling with a lost loved one. Some of you are connecting with them in the dream space. Now, Pluto energy is something that is very, very far away. It's a dwarf planet that is furthest away in our solar system. But I think this is something to do with death. I think that there's something to do here with an ending that is being reawakened. But your spirit animal and your guide, Archangel Michael and Michael, is telling you to be careful, because during Mercury retrogrades, there are exes that do come up and pop up. So this is another lesson from Spirit. Have you learnt the lesson? You say you're spiritual, you say you learnt these lessons, but Spirit kind of puts these little mini lessons in front of your path so that you can remember again, or put your spiritual practice into physical practice. Underneath that we have the Nine of Wands. Okay, so it's definitely, oh, my ear is ringing as well. My right ear is ringing very, very strongly. Thank you, Archangel Michael. He's saying heed the signs, and it's coming in from my right ear, which is masculine. Heed the signs. There is a warning. Some of you are going to want to fall back into bad habits, codependency for some of you, or fall back with your ex, but I see very few of you. Just because you're lonely, it doesn't mean you go and just give your body, yourself, your energy away to anyone, no matter who it is. Whether it's someone from your past, or someone who was unhealed, someone who wants to have their, their wings healed. A lot of you are very compassionate beings, empathic beings, and you attract a lot of broken wings, people with broken wings. So it's about protecting your energies and also paying attention to your enemies, I'm hearing. I do see weddings and proposals for some of you as well here with the Four of Wands. For those of you who are in a connection, I feel like there's just one little thing here with regard to codependency that you're just kind of looking at this time. I also do see that there's a proposal for some of you, because I'm seeing this wreath around these Four Wands in particular. So I do see that there is a proposal here. The marriage proposal, that is. I also do see a home here as well, because number 4, Four of Wands, is a home. So that's great. Congratulations on your move and your healing. All right. Well done, Spirit is saying. Evil comes in surreptitiously, It comes in like a thought that you think is your thought, but it's not a thought of yours. It's a plant. It's something that has been planted in your mind. And now that is also a form of black magic as well, by the way. Animals, insects, pests, bad thoughts, habits. Some of these can be thrown into your path through other people, through black magic. Okay, let's have a look at the Keep Calm and Manifest magic cards for you during this time. Thank you. Essences of nature, Earth Mother, fresh air, bathe in sunlight. I'm also seeing essential oils for a lot of you. I use essential oils. It might be a really nice idea for you to do that. Bathe in the sunlight, the rays of the sun is really important as well. Happiness inside, joy, be kind, trust in yourself. That would be the Four of Pentacles. So trusting who you are, trusting your values as well, trusting that you deserve much better. Being in nature, as I said before, Earth Mother would be the Empress energy, wouldn't it? Don't worry about the lighting. Mindful manifestation, be powerful, open doors, face your fear, go deeper. That would be moving away from your discomfort. All right. And we also have the Moonology deck here for you. I've also just heard Emma, E-M, Emma. Emma could be your name or could be a significant person in your life. I just heard declutter. Some of you are decluttering and really refining your friend circle as well. Balance spirituality and practicality, full moon in Pisces. So pay attention when that will be for some of you. Nothing will come of the situation, void of course moon. So it's about releasing control, because there's nothing that's going to be happening, let's say, from something that you've already invested your energies to and it hasn't come back to you. So let's say you've invested in something, in a situation, in a job, but there hasn't been any fruits from your labor. It's time to put it aside and move on. Some of you are a little bit resistant. Spirit is recognizing your resilience, I'm hearing. Allow Spirit to come in. Your answers will come through and miracles will take place once you let go of the grip of controlling the situation, I'm hearing. All right. Spirit's not messing today. You're definitely closing out something here with a full moon in Pisces. You could be a Pisces, you may have Pisces in your chart, but it's more about, for me, about yin and yang. So say, for example, one of you is very spiritual and your partner is very, practical or in the material world. That's how you balance each other out. You bring out your true essential nature in the best way when you're with someone who really loves themselves and loves you. You bring out the best of it from each other. Too many cards, please, Spirit. One card for the collective. Yin and yang. It's embracing the light and the shadow. Now remember, we spoke about the crow being in the liminal worlds between this world and the other world, parallel world. The parallel world would not necessarily be heaven, it's just a different dimension where they transport messages. Okay, so this would be, it's important that you live between both. And understand that's where magic really lies, is understanding that there are multiple things happening all at once at the same time in this planet, on this planet, in your own reality. Okay, there was another message, but it's gone. Check your spelling, I'm hearing. Check your spelling. We have a dragon here and a beautiful young lady with a heart whose heart is open, and we also have birds here, crows again. All right, so let me just show you this. There she is, right there. You can see. So we have this dragon, which is a white dragon, and it's symbolizing the energy of beauty, Venus energy, and we also have Neptune energy here as well. We also have transformation. So this individual is actually transforming into a beautiful magical dragon. Now dragons also live between worlds. Mainly they're in another world, another dimension that we cannot necessarily see. They're not like crows. We see crows, but they move between one dimension and the next, another. Whereas here in the collective, a lot of you are really connected to magic, genuinely. And I'm here to tell you that you are much more powerful than you even realize. And this time during the eclipses is about really recognizing your power and your worth and your value. Okay? And it's like your higher self is saying, you're limiting yourself as, yes, a beautiful being like this, but you're so much bigger and so much more resplendent and so much more powerful than you realize, because really she is this. She is actually this. So let's have a read. Radical expansion. It is time for radical ways of being and thinking, and you can start by granting yourself the freedom and creativity to be you. Unleash your inner rainbow dragon and unapologetically claim your heart-based empowerment and radiantly unconventional gifts. You can be as big as your energy wants to be. Let go of limiting stories and take up all the space you need. Have fun unleashing who you are. As bold and radical as your ideas or sufferings might be, they could be just what the world is waiting for. What the world wants. Be the masterpiece your soul always wanted you to be. And this is what the eclipse is telling you right now. And Spirit is bringing in with these messages to be radically expansive and be radically you, unapologetically. Do not put yourself in a very small box. You're so much greater than that. If you would like further guidance, you'd like to book a reading with me for whatever you can and you're able to afford, you can do that. The link is down below. and I look forward to hearing from you. Please do press the like button, subscribe to the channel as well for those of you who are new to be notified when the next reading is. And if you'd like to suggest the next reading, do let me know in the comments down below. Sending you so much love and light your way. Take care. Goddess bless you. Take care of yourselves. Mwah. Bye for now.